groovy.
Hello, and welcome back to another cult horror movie review. There have been a lot of adaptations of Stephen King novels, and I mean a lot, but it goes one way or the other. Some movies turn out to be super flops, but others turn out to be great, and that's the case with Carrie, which is this week's cult horror movie. The type of girl to make you wish that you were alone at prom. But just before we get going, if there's a cult horror movie you would like me to review, just leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and pretty please let me know your thoughts and feelings on Carrie. This movie is without a single doubt one of the top horror films of the 70s, and if I may add, one of the best horror movies, period. While Brian De Palma isn't a director specialized in the horror genre, he sure had an eye for it, delivering strong characters, boasting some impressive shots and visuals, and building up some of the most nerve-wracking suspense I've felt in a while. Carrie was destined to be a hit from the very start. Sissy Spacek is great at portraying a young shy girl named Carrie. All of the other girls in high school are just absolutely horrible with her, and if that wasn't enough, she has to come home to a crazy fanatic mother. Just breathing air is a sin in that household. Gee, what a poor girl. She's a character that you can feel for. It's a horror film, but can also be very touching. We find out that Carrie has some sort of telekinetic powers. Whenever she gets very emotional, she can make objects move and even fly all over the place, so you better not upset her. We never really find out why she's got those amazing powers, but it adds to the mystery. One reason why this film is so disturbing is the relationship between that crazy mother of hers and the frightened daughter. Along with Jason Voorhees' mother and Norma Bates, Margaret White really is one of the most evil female characters in horror ever. Interestingly enough, one of the bullies in high school is called Norma, and interestingly enough, she's played by the same woman that would have a part in the original Halloween, and the name of the high school Carrie goes to is called Bates High School in reference to Norman Bates, but I digress. In fact, I was also surprised to see a young John Travolta here playing a secondary character. I saw this film twice and I don't remember him being in there. It's during the third half that the movie really ramps up the tension and suspense. We were all waiting for that moment where Carrie would violently lash out at everybody after being humiliated all her life. The prom sequence building up to that moment was quite tense, I find. Like I said, some of the visuals are stunning. The editing by Paul Hirsch is really great, especially when Carrie is using her psychic abilities to kill people. It's all so fast-paced and I loved it. And man, those scenes of her slowly walking while covered in glossy red pig's blood with such a disturbing and bleak look on her face, that will haunt your nightmares forever. For whatever reason, there was a crappy sequel that doesn't serve any purpose, there was also a made-for-TV movie, and then, of course, there was a 2013 remake, which I haven't seen yet, but it was supposed to be pretty mid. I don't know what you guys thought. So to sum up my thoughts, Carrie is a very classic horror drama. It's a must-see for horror fans. It's a polished, well-directed, and overall well-acted tale of terror that will leave an impression on you. It definitely deserves its status as a classic horror film.